This is the fourth edition of the Gen Z show, and we're asking who is to say Gen Zs can't take leadership positions. Gen Zs, are we ready to take up leadership positions, or we can just spend time chilling, or we can spend time being groomed for the future? My name is Faizo, I am your host, and I'm right back with Jazz and Sima right after this clip.
At 21 years old, I can definitely say this was not the plan. I was perfectly fine growing my kumara and learning maramataka, but this house kept tampering with things they shouldn't be touching.
How does it feel to be the youngest New Zealand MP in over 170 years?
Out the gate. But also a huge privilege representing rangatahi Māori, wahine. At the moment, I guess there isn't a lot of younger people coming through politics because the narrative is actually quite disgusting. The culture, the rhetoric that comes out of these spaces and places is actually quite traumatising.
My maiden speech is dedicated to all our children. No matter what comes out of this government, I will make sure our kids hear us. To our mokopuna, they can attack me, but I will not let them attack you.
When I'm with my friends, when I'm in my community, I'm not different to them. I'm not an MP, I'm just hana. Kia kaua au e whakatapui au anō me tēnei turu, me tēnei, I guess, role or title. Just being young, being me is the true way of being authentically unapologetic.
We can say we have made it inside the house and we have arrived. We are here, we are sailing, we are navigating, just like our ancestors once did.
I didn't get in here because I was a politician, or because I was 47, or I knew all the world's answers. I got in here because I feel like I'm very in touch with my whānau, with my community, and I'm 21, so I'm not going to change.
Do you go to parties?
Yeah, so of course I do. My best friends, they keep me so sane, so grounded. It's like, I don't want praises, I want people to keep me accountable, and I want people to give me constructive criticism because that's how I will grow. And my friends can give it to me. They'll say, girl, you've worn the same skirt 3 times already at your speeches. They force me to be me, and that's so cool.
I was given some advice before making it into Parliament to not take anything personally or it'll eat you up. Well, Mr. Speaker, I can't help but take everything personally that has been said in this chamber. How can I not take anything personally when it feels like these policies were made about me?
One goal of mine is kia tino rangona ai tēnei whare I a tātou te iwi Māori. When you come into this place, they want to take everything away that you live so naturally at home. I live in a world where kare anō au kua rangona I te kaikiri ki taku kāinga, kare anō au kua rangona I te tāmitanga o toku reo, I toku whenua, and that's a luxury. I'm questioning everything that's coming out of this place because these policies almost feel like they were made to discriminate every single being of you in your world. So, kare ai mōhio ki titi atu ao atu I te ao Māori.
Nō reira, tēnā koutou, tēnā rā tātou, katoa.
Right, welcome back. And you've seen the clip. A beautiful one. Hannah Clark doing the beautiful war chants in the parliament. It's just beautiful. Now, if you're in the age bracket of 20 to 21, what are you doing with your life? Is it that hard of a question to ask, Sima?
Well, I don't think it's a hard question to ask. Actually, I think it is the right question to ask. Okay. What are you doing with your life within that in your 20s? Yeah. I think Hannah has had the right opportunity, the right resources, and she's at the place at the right time. I don't think she's the only one with that aura of leadership and zeal to cause a change in Parliament and in the society. There are lots of people like that, but they do not have the opportunity that Hannah has. And I like the fact that she made something positive out of it. So it is a good question, and I think the youth, the Gen Zs are ready.
They are ready for that. Okay. Jazz?
Well, let me read a few of the comments people made when that clip surfaced on social media. And this is on X, right? So Lisa Root says, "Good luck to you. The world needs more politicians like you." Gerard Kimuga says, "Showing support and love from Africa. History will remember your fight, girl." Finally, Emeka Julius also says, "Gen Z on the move."
Whoa. Well, but then the question is, Faisal, is Ghana ready for this? Are we, the youth of Ghana, are we ready for this?
No, wait. Ask the questions here, no? I'm the one asking. I'm the one asking the questions. Like, I asked you what you were doing at the age of 21.
I was doing my national service.
You're doing your national service. Okay. What was you doing at the age of 21?
I was still in school.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay, but let's talk briefly about this. Is this possible to be done in Ghana? 21 and in Parliament?
I think Francesca...
Francesca
did quite. Honorable Francesca did. She was 22, 23 when she came into Parliament. So it's not far-fetched from our Ghanaian political system, right? And I think it is possible in Ghana. The only thing is the opportunity, the right opportunity and the right resources. Because ordinarily, no Ghanaian child at the age of 21 can fund a political campaign. You need the right people to support you. You need the right people to push you. I think that there is this adage in our local dialect that says that a tree on a mountain grows faster as compared to the one beneath the valley, right? So with the right circumstances, we would go far.
So opportunities help you get to. And I think I will also add to what you just said. I know for a fact that if you really prepare yourself, people are willing to actually come on board
invest in you
and support you. So just like you said, we need people to hold our hands, and also we need to put ourselves in a position where people can say that, you know what Faisal is doing is good. Let me just throw my money in and fund him. So yeah, I think that's a good one. Jazz, is Ghana ready for this? Are we ready for this? That's
a very good question. First, is Ghana ready?
Yeah.
I think Ghana is ready.
Okay.
I mean, the systems are there, obviously, like she did mention. Right. Someone was already on it, like Francisca, like Honorable Francisca, sorry. Right. However, is it possible? Is Ghana ready? Yes. Is it possible? That is where my problem is.
Okay.
Because we are in a generation, this is a Gen Z generation, right? Where people at 21 are expecting to have fun. I mean, come on, seriously. Even if you take away the youth and their perceptions, we have adults that will literally come to you and be like, if you're 21 and you want to be dealing in issues like that, they'll feel... we are paying some to do. You get it? Yeah. That's the vibe they give to us.
That's true.
So is it? I don't know. I don't think it's possible because even, I'm sorry, some of our elders don't even want us in that
position
area.
Right.
That's the problem. So
it actually leads into my next question that I was going to ask. That what are the Gen Zs? What are the 21-year-olds doing in Ghana? And I think you answered bits of it for me. We are partying, right?
The few who actually have leadership skills and are willing to get into that are seen as misfits, first of all. Secondly, when they try pushing, you have some of our elders going so hard on them. We am paying some to do. I was born before you. What do you know better than me? You get it? This is what we face, basically. So.
Yeah, I think it happens. You see, when you're trying to grow up, people push you down. People think you're not ready. But the question is, how do I get ready if I'm not given the opportunity to even start trying? Right?
I beg to differ. It's not about opportunity. One of my spiritual fathers would say, don't wait for opportunity. Get ready. Because it's better to be ready and not have an opportunity than to have an opportunity and you're not ready. You
Right,
get it?
right.
So it's I wouldn't. I'm sorry, but I beg to differ. It's not about the opportunity.
It is
for
okay
me.
to
And
differ from my
it's a
opinion.
personal thing.
Okay, so kindly come down for me. I actually want to chime into this, then I'll come to you, right?
Okay.
I like what you just said, the fact that you need to be prepared. And
Exactly.
I feel like most of our Gen Zs are not preparing for any opportunity. We would rather party our lives
Simple.
away.
And
So when an
I
opportunity should come, we'll
disagree
not be
with
ready.
you.
Okay.
I disagree with you because a lot of people are even partying their frustrations away.
Okay.
All right. We have a generation, this generation, I would tell you, is one of the generations that have read so much, that have invested so much into their human capital.
Right.
Upgrading themselves.
Right.
Okay.
Back then, if you had HND, any institution would employ you. These days, you have a master's degree, you are qualified,
And you don't
but
get
you
the-
don't get a job.
Right,
You even
right.
need to beg someone to even give you a ticket to the room or the table.
So
Okay, Jazz, hold on, Sima, hold on. I like how the conversation is going, but we need to try and keep it in the confinement of time.
Yeah.
This is a broad conversation, right?
Very.
And we are going to leave it to most of our viewers to also engage on our social media platform. But before we go, I just want to ask this last question before we go on the break. Is this the wrong country to be in, right? At the age of 21, I like how she's already smiling. At the age of 21, to have this level of confidence and maturity, to be in Ghana. Let's be very honest.
Well, Ghana is not the wrong country, first
Okay.
of all.
Okay.
We already have youth, the Gen Zs, with this kind of confidence, even more. But it's being channeled into the wrong things.
Okay.
It's being channeled into the wrong areas.
Right.
At the end of the day, we either have Gen Zs who think there's no opportunity, so I'm not going to bother.
But yeah.
Or even if there is, some elderly who wouldn't want us there because
Right.
they'd rather
Right.
still be in there, still be seen, be known, than give the Gen
The
Zs or the
opportunity.
youth opportunity. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Sima?
Okay, so for me, I'd say that there is a wind blowing, there is an uprising coming. It is actually the time to be in Ghana because the change that is coming is about the youth, right? It is about how the youth now questions the decisions of decision makers. So today it is not about, well, they are the ones in position, let them make the decision. Now we question everything. We want to know what goes in, what comes out. If you're making a policy, how does it impact my life positively?
Right.
People are not voting anymore because, oh, my forefathers belong to this party.
Right.
They are voting based on policies.
Right.
How is this government going to make my life better as a Ghanaian? Right. So I think it is the right time to be in Ghana.
Awesome. I have so much on my head right now, but I mean, because this is an interesting conversation we are having, because we need to empower most of the Gen Zs to know that we can actually take this opportunity and take this step. And when you take that step, you're going to be supported. So yeah, we're going to go for a quick commercial break, and when we come back,
Did you have a missed call? There's another missed call for Ghanaian ladies. Which one do you want to hear first? This or that?
Here we come with News Juice with me, Lucille, and Adam.
Do you know anybody from way back before he or she became a celebrity? This man has some throwbacks on Nigerian superstar Wizkid.
Fascinating to know how he claims to have made money before things went south.
Poor him. That's how life hits you sometimes. I'm sure he must have lost a lot.
Yeah. I say you and Wizkid don't do things for Ghana.
Yeah, Wizkid is my real right man, you see. Then in GH, Accra, Ghana, you see. Before he now hang up with Haru 2Bs, you see. Then he has goat as his pet, you see. Then
he get goat as his pet.
Pet, yes.
Wizkid, if Wizkid see you, go know you.
Why? Unless you say my old age, now I don't change my look. I'm the owner of the Chin Boutique, opposite Teshinogwa, first Shiny Beach Gate.
See that time you get money?
Yeah.
Now you and Wizkid know. And Wizkid know you. If they tag Wizkid now, Wizkid see you now, you see the Wizkid will know you.
See, if he say no me, I be say my face does change. I've been an old age. Why?
Now Wizkid don't do things.
Wizkid know me. Now me get Gym Boutique, Teshinogwa, Shiny Beach Front.
Okay, guys.
Where with Haru 2Bs meet.
Oh yeah. Tell them they tag Wizkid now so that Wizkid
tag Wizkid like this. Now me they talk America. You know me. Gym Boutique. You know Gym Boutique. Wizkid will be say na goat be pets. Now they talk about Wizkid. Oju Elegba Wizkid.
Our popular Wizkid.
On the real right chill, nigga.
Yo, that's shit. That's fly, yo.
But while this white lady has nothing to lose in her polite diss song to Ghanaian ladies.
Does this apply to us Gen Zs too, by the way? Like, do we also not say hello or compliment each other in the washrooms in Ghana?
It's not our fault, Lulu. It's not our fault. It's just the way we have been raised. Like, you know, we have a lot of things at the back of our minds. Firstly, the washroom is not a place where you're supposed to have a conversation. It's just our raising, just our background.
Yeah.
You can't fault us for it.
I get that. I do see the difference though. Like having lived in the UK and Ghana, there's a massive difference in the energy in the washroom. Like in the UK, girls are all energetic, complimenting each other. In Ghana, it's just quiet.
Ghana ladies, this question is for you because I'm very curious what this is about. Because when I go to a bathroom in Ghana, Accra, club, restaurant, or bar, and there's other ladies in the washroom, usually what I'm used to in Europe or in America, we always talk to each other. We compliment each other. We ask each other, hey, how are you? Are you enjoying yourself? And in Ghana, it's kind of different. It's a very different vibe in there. So at first, I'm sometimes trying, you know, be like all German, all American, be like, hey girl, I like your makeup. And the same energy doesn't always come back. What is okay, but I wonder if it's just a kind of thing that how Ghana girls are raised, to have respect for each other, to not bother each other, or is there something else I'm missing? So please help us this out and give me any explanations you have in the comments.
Sorry, but I guess it's not a Ghanaian thing. Maybe we learned it from the older generation. So if that's how they are, so are we. Apples don't fall far from the tree.
Well, speaking of apples, like the one Eve gave to Adam to change the destiny of mankind.
Bas.
What does the World Economic Forum in Davos have in common with sex workers?
Oh, I didn't see this one coming. Girl.
Yep. Well, according to the Daily Mail, sex workers had been booked for this year's World Economic Forum.
OMG.
Literally, yes. Sex workers fully booked in Davos was one headline on X. And if you probe further...
Why would I probe further? Or because their wives would be like, aha, so this is what you do in Davos every year.
Well, because you want to know what the big boys are up to when they go for conferences discussing economic policies and stuff. This actually wasn't the first time, you know.
Ish, these big men are having the sex workers for dessert. Spicy. It's spicy, girl.
Yes, and on a pretty serious scale, according to some reports.
Someone says men are just boys who refuse to grow. But now it's time to grow someone's business as we delve into our customer service report for the week.
Okay.
Lulu, you've lived in the outside world, in UK to be precise.
Yes.
You've experienced their banking life for some time. Compare that with Ghana.
You know what? It's hard to compare because I personally, I don't go to the bank a lot. You know, as Gen Zs, we're all about online efficiency, quick things like Momo, you know, online banking. But then, honestly, I went to Stanbic Bank and the service was immaculate. I don't know if it's about, you know, the color of my skin or how I was dressed.
Were you dressed this flashy,
well, you know
smooshy?
me, I always show up and show out, girl. You already know. So it could be because of that. It was very smooth. It was quick. There were no lines, no queues. So I had a really good experience, but I don't know if that's general across Ghana, you know, I can't tell.
But well, me, I don't have a I don't have a good experience with banking system. Like long queues.
Really?
Damn long queues. And then their services, nothing to write home about. They don't do follow-ups. They don't even give you notifications when their system is down. You could literally be in a crisis and want to take money into and the system is not working.
Wow.
Without pre-information, you have to call their toll-free number, be calling before someone even picks up.
Wow.
And you're already
not
in a
good
mess,
enough.
stranded. Like
not good enough. Well, we have this review about EcoBank. Positive things, actually. This person says the customer response is very lively.
Wow.
They also said, and I don't know how true this is, but they said there is no charges whatever the transactions you make.
no charges.
Like, even internationally, like that can't be true.
Yeah,
I don't know.
at least something small to keep the banks afloat. If not, they
Literally.
will go into crisis.
Yeah, for real. They also said services are very swift with money transactions and they're very reliable.
Wow.
Sounds good.
There's also a good review on Fidelity Bank. They said reliable digital money transfer, quick service, assistance to customers is top notch. And then smooth operating mobile banking app.
Nice.
Then lastly, we have Cowbank. This one says customer service is good, simple to access their packages, and follow-ups are exceptional.
Okay, well, that's all good. Well, on to our travel news. Now, look, do you speak Korean? Now, this Nigerian's girl Korean we found out on social media is good, like immaculate. And she's never traveled outside of the country. It's crazy.
Wow.
I know, right?
And then you can speak Korean?
Just a little bit.
Alright, so we'll start to speak Korean, okay?
Okay. You want us to talk?
Can you speak it?
Okay.
Oh yeah, I want it.
Okay.
네, 안녕하세요.
네, 안녕하세요.
발음이 왜 이렇게 좋아요?
발음만 좋아요. 기본밖에 몰라요.
잠깐만. 야, 발음이 너무 좋은데? 아, 잠깐만.
네.
에이, 한국인이죠?
예, 한국인 아니에요. 진짜로. 한국인 아니에요.
아, 잠깐만, 이거 국적 잘못 설정한 거 아니에요?
진짜. 한국어 공부한 지 2년 됐어요.
아니, 그래서 한국어를 잘하는 거구나.
네. 그래서 잘하는 건 아니고, 그래서 뭐 조금 할 수 있는 거네요.
근데 우리들 기준에서는 이게 되게 잘하는 거 알아요?
그런 얘기 많이 들어요.
진짜 겸손하다. 너무 겸손하시다.
고맙습니다.
근데 일단은 이름이 어떻게 돼요?
펠리샤.
펠리샤가 그러면 지금 대학생이신가요?
네, 일하면서 대학교 다니고 있습니다.
열심히 사신다.
열심히 살아야죠.
맞죠, 열심히 살아야죠.
먹고 살기 빡세다.
응? 뭐라고요? What did you say?
먹고 살기 빡세다고.
잠깐만, 한국 유학 온 적 있죠?
아니요. 진짜 외국 가본 적 없어요.
외국을 한 번도 가본 적이 없는데 어떻게 먹고 살기 빡세다 이런 단어를 어떻게 하는 거지? 이런 말을 어떻게 하는 거예요? 너무 신기한데? 와, 진짜 너무 잘한다.
So South Korea is actually looking at creative ways around tourism by preparing to launch a long-stay visa thingy for fans of its music, popularly known as K-pop.
South Korea has announced that it will launch a new visa specifically for enthusiasts of South Korean culture. The K-Culture Training Visa will allow non-Koreans who register at local performing arts academies to stay in the country for up to 2 years. In a 3-year social media tracking study by the government, K-pop was mentioned nearly 37 million times, roughly 2.6 times more often than the next most cited motivation, Korean food. South Korea has also announced it is jumping on the digital nomad train with a separate visa aimed at remote workers. This visa, which launched on January 1st, allows remote workers earning at least $66,000 a year to stay for up to 2 years. For more travel news, visit Forbes.com.
Well, if Ghanaians will jump onto this initiative, I think it will go a long way. This visa extends to Korean film lovers. I know 100 Ghanaians in that bracket already. But before we go away today, we found these words from Kelvin Hart, very powerful and touching. He's not a believer in the pull him down thing as some Ghanaians are known for. Kelvin Hart believes in the importance of empowering your circle. This is what he had to say.
I don't want it all. I don't want all money. Right. I don't. It's boring having money by yourself. Because you do, and nobody else can do it. Your friends can't come. They can't do it with you. So if you don't create the things for people can roll with you, it's lonely there. That's why my circle, that group around me, they're not hanger-oners. It's about to earn. They're not giving. Our lives changed because we made a commitment. We are a thing. That company Heartbeat, we are a thing. I want to change lives, and the best way to do that is to build the thing that acts as a foundation that you can keep building on.
And this is where the sun sets on the 4th edition of the News Juice. Remember, when you're having a bad day or something is not going your way, smile. It's a bad day, it's not a bad life.
And so, from Lulu and I, will be waiting for your shoutouts on all our socials. But for now, ciao. See you next week.
Right, welcome back. And next is our relationship segment, Boo and Bae, we call it. And if Jeremy is not here, hey, I'm ready to act my own skits with these beautiful ladies here with me. I mean, which one should I pick for the skits, Kels?
Well, Jeremy will be joining us in the moment, but then it is okay you throw it out to the audience to make a pick between Sima and Jazz, because trust me, knowing social media so well, if you had gone ahead to make a pick between either of these ladies, like, you go hear them. Say. Well, Jeremy. But before we move on to Jeremy, I'd like to give 3 solid, tricks on how to make a woman chase you. Now, coming in at number 1, keeping a solid first impression. Yeah. Now, so keeping a solid first impression means that, as a man, if you want a woman to crave for you, then you need to make sure that, you have a dominance appearance. Okay. Now, being confident, make sure that you talk less, make sure that you listen attentively to the woman, and of course, make sure that whatever the lady is saying, you don't involve too much. Now, there you realize that the lady would like to, have you more. Now, going on at number 2, we have playing hard to get. Now, this one might be a bit controversial, and then the ladies might not like it, but I mean, that is the truth. Because now, if you are too open, and then you are too available or availing to the woman, now the interest starts to slack a bit. So now what you need to do is that you make her know that you have things to do. Before she met you, you had a life, you had work, you had things going on for you as well. So then she has to respect it. Now, ladies don't like this because they feel they are dominant and they have everything, they want to have. Okay? So now when you do this, it makes them get a little bit confused and then, want to have you more. So now moving on to the very, very last one, we have canceling her out. It's a bit disturbing, but you need to know. So now, canceling her out, assuming you have a date with her, upon the last minute, you just cancel it. Yes, I know that hurts. But then that's how it's supposed to be. You make sure that you cancel her out. Not every time. No, you don't do that. Because if you do that all the time, it makes her feel like you don't even want her to begin with. But then once in a while, you talk to her. You don't avail yourself so much to her. You make her understand that, that kind of thing. So you plan a date with her, or you guys are supposed to do any peculiar job together or any peculiar, fun thing together. Then you cancel on her. That way, she gets hurt and feel like, now, who does this guy think he is? You understand? That way, it makes the woman trooping and, of course, calling at your beck and call. So, with the bachelor effect, when one girl sees another guy that they want, another girl also wants this same guy. Yep, that is the bachelor effect. So now for more tips and details on how to make a woman chase you or a girl chase you, make sure you stay glued to the Boo and Bae segment right here on the Gen Z show. My name is Careless. Let's have Jeremy on the show.
Okay, so according to the tips we learned from the relationship coach, Gary Gans, he's very famous. Here we go with one way to start a conversation with a woman when you meet her for the first time. And so I've seen some women around. I need to call her, then we do 1 or 2. Yeah. Hello? Excuse me. What's your name?
Adam.
All right, I'm Jeremy as well. I like how you are. You're very good looking. Sure.
Thank you.
I want you to do something for me. I want you to do one thing for me. Can you? Can you take me a picture of me? All right. All right. Can
take a picture of you?
Yes, please. Can you? Okay, thank you.
For humanity's sake.
Oh, no problem. I like it. So, can I pose for the camera? All right. Sorry. It's okay. Okay. Sure. Really? Nice one. Yeah. Okay. Can we take a picture together? I want us to take a picture together. Okay. Okay. Smile, smile, smile. Wow. Hi. So that's all I needed you to do for me, but I hope you're friends now.
Yeah.
Like you too. A hug from you. Nice one. Thank you very much. Nice one. There we go. I hope you've learned something today, how to start a conversation with a woman. Yeah, that's how we do it. I remain Jeremy alongside Edem. Bye-bye for now.
Right.
Okay.
But that was something.
That was something.
I know. Well, I mean, that's a tip. Like all the time that Jeremy always say, like from the relationship coach and everything. So I think there are other ways that you can start a conversation with a lady.
And there definitely
if I gave
is.
you like $1 million, that's the way to start. See? Did you see her face? I already started a conversation even without the money, just at the mention of it. There you go. There you go. See?
The money would definitely bring the smile.
Yeah, always started, right?
You know.
I mean.
You take 500,000? Or you want like $1 million plus?
Definitely.
$1 million plus? That can start a conversation with you?
Obviously. Because this one, I don't know. I'm not trying to bash your bubble, but it sounds like a cliche. I mean.
Take a picture of me.
Take a picture.
Who permitted you to be this beautiful?
Like a pickup line.
Right.
I don't know.
It doesn't move us now.
Exactly. I mean.
And I think these days women are becoming more territorial because of security issues, right? So when someone approaches you, you're trying to read into
you're
the
being
body
a creep
language.
if you
You're
go
being
that
a creep.
way. I'm sorry, but that's it.
Anyways, now that cuts it for yet another episode of the Gen Z Show, a product of Metro TV Ghana. And this has been an exciting moment. It's been awesome today. I'm going to let you guys leave your comments for everything that we spoke about today, even with regards to the Boo and Bass segment on our social media handles. Whatever you want to share, whatever you want to add, just find us on social media and leave your comment there. We're going to go through that. Before I go, I'm going to leave you with an African proverb. But wait. Before I give mine, I'm going to go around and take from all of you guys an African proverb. I'm going to start with Sima. Give me one African proverb.
Okay, let's take this one. There is this proverb that goes like, no matter how hot your anger is, it can cook. It can cook nothing.
Josh?
That is so right. Well, mine also says, if the sun claims superiority over the moon, let it shine at night.
Ooh. That's powerful. Well,
that's good.
Mine is a child can play with the mother's breast, but not its father's testicles.
Okay. Praise the why. Of all the proverbs in the world.
Anyways, for you watching me right now, which one is your favorite? And we're going to see you next week on the Gen Z Show. It's a bye for now.